I would like you to take a very close look at these images right here. Everything was going along like just another perfectly ordinary day at the local veterinary clinic. At least that was the case until something truly and completely unexpected suddenly occurred. It was around 11 in the morning, and the veterinary team was just beginning their first appointments of the day. No one could have imagined that within minutes, a truly surprising and unexpected scene would unfold at the clinic. Just a short time later, a completely unexpected and mysterious figure suddenly appeared right at the clinic's front door. It turned out to be a lonely stray dog, and it was clear that she hadn't come there all by herself. She was carefully carrying something inside of her mouth, holding it with the most extreme sense of care. When the clinic staff approached her to see exactly what was going on, they were all immediately taken by surprise. The mother dog was actually carrying another tiny helpless puppy inside of her mouth. He was the older brother of the little one who was being treated inside the clinic at that very moment. That mother had traveled all that long way entirely on her own, just to bring her baby to get the medical help they needed. Initially, the team of professionals feared that the young cub was no longer alive. It was not moving at all. Its body was completely cold to the touch, and it remained entirely unresponsive. However, upon taking a much closer look at the situation, they discovered that there was still a faint glimmer of hope remaining. The tiny creature's heart was still beating, though it was incredibly slow and very weak, yet it was undeniably still beating. Without a moment to lose, the team immediately sprang into urgent action. They began the process of gradually warming the cub, provided the necessary medical care to bring him back from the brink of hyposomia, and initiated the full emergency protocol. Meanwhile, the mother cat remained close by, keeping a very watchful and protective eye on every single move that we made. According to the veterinarian who was in charge of the case, she had most likely been separated from her litter just a few weeks earlier. She was probably taken in to be spayed and then released back onto the streets, all without anyone ever realizing that she still had tiny, helpless babies that she desperately needed to continue to nurse. Deprived of the vital warmth of their mother's body, the tiny little ones began to succumb to the dangerous effects of hypothermia. It was at that precise and critical moment that everything finally began to fall into place. Upon seeing the resident carry one of her precious babies toward the clinic, the mother finally understood exactly what she needed to do. She returned to the spot where the rest of the cubs were waiting, picked up yet another cub in her jaws, and retraced her steps along the very same path. Regrettably, there was still one final cub she desperately tried to save, bringing it to the clinic just a short while later. However, for this poor little one, the help arrived far too late. Despite the deep pain of this tragic loss, that mother's unwavering dedication was certainly not in vain. The other two puppies survived solely thanks to her incredible courage and protective motherly nature. Today, the mother and her babies are safe, receiving round-the-clock care at our local veterinary clinic. Our team has promised that none of them will ever face the harsh, lonely streets alone again. And what about you? Have you ever in your life witnessed a display of motherly love that was quite as powerful as this one? Please do let us know your thoughts down in the section below. If this incredible story truly moved you, make sure to watch our next video. I can personally guarantee that it will be even more touching.